when a man lies to a woman to get her into bed, like I feel like they're
versus
messing,
lying to him for money.
Huh?
Versus lying to him for money.
Correct. Yes, I think it's like.
Why is there? What is the distinction here? I don't understand.
So when a man lies to a woman to get her into bed and like makes her think like she's like the only one or etc., it's like that's like feelings, emotions, and trauma. A guy that I take money from is not going to be traumatized at the end of the day
because they know what they signed up for. When they signed up for.
Wait. I'm sorry. Hang on.
That's what I was meaning by all of this.
Why do we? First of all, we have a bunch of suppositions here that need to be attacked, right? So the first one is, how can you say that this would always come from trauma if a man is taking care or a man is exploiting a delusional woman for sex? You could never make the claim that that is traumatic, while at the same time saying that it could never be traumatic for a man to be exploited for money. How in the world could you ever make those claims?
Because how would a man be traumatized for losing $200?
Because they feel like they were taken advantage of the same way a woman would if you lied to her for sex, right?
No.
Yes. No. Oh,
can
no.
Really,
no. Okay, so
really
can you give me the counter to that besides no?
You have a different perspective?
Well, yeah. So
no. Let's not get into your perspective. Let's finish our conversation. So I'm not going to let you duck out of the convo so quickly, unfortunately for you. So can you reconcile these two positions for me?
I thought I explained myself already.
No, I think you didn't really explain yourself at all. I want to know why it's okay to take care of or to take advantage of delusional men, but not delusional women. I actually do want to know why that's okay.
I explained it because like taking money from a guy where it's like little money, like I don't see that being traumatizing, especially since they.
What about a little bit of head? If a woman just gives you a little bit of head, if she just gives you a little tiny, like she just puts the in her mouth for a couple of seconds. Right? Is that that's not really taking that much advantage of her, right? She only put it in her mouth for a couple of seconds, right?
Or she only has one time with the guy instead of
it's not really taking advantage, right?
It's just one time.
She just licked the tip. It's not really taking advantage, right?
How does that correlate with $200 for a date?
Because the exploitation is the same. It's the same metric. The idea of the same metric is it's okay to fuck this guy over because it's a small amount of money. It's like, okay, well then it's okay to fuck her over because it's just a tiny amount of head.
Tiny amount of sex.
Yeah, but it's not
amount.
But it's not realistic.
Yeah, it is realistic. Men take advantage of delusional women for sex. You would agree that that's true.
No, but
women are taking advantage of delusional. Women are taking advantage of delusional men for money. How is this not correlated in the dating market, especially since you just got done telling me all of the different times you took advantage of men you consider to be delusional for money? How is this not correlative?
Because they just don't correlate with each other.
No, because well, they're not because they're not. Great. Perfect. You helped me reconcile the two positions. Thank you so much.
But wouldn't you say, though, Andrew, that both parties are to blame in that? Or, like, wouldn't you kind of hold both parties accountable for that? Because I feel like they're both kind of the same, on, the same level, I feel like.
I think that you as a person who is not a mentally deranged lunatic, and knowing that you're not a mentally deranged lunatic and are dealing with a mentally deranged lunatic, have a higher duty to not do the wrong thing, specifically because you're not mentally deranged. When you acknowledge the fact, you acknowledge this is delusion, this is wrong, this is incorrect, they have wrong think, they're not engaging with the world properly, you know for sure that you're taking advantage of that person. That's where the problem comes in, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know any of you. I know now for sure that the woman that I just talked to in the orange is totally delusional, right? Just like incomprehensibly delusional. So I know that it's no longer responsible for me to continuously harp on the idea that she's living in all sorts of performative contradictions because it's clear that she's not living in the same reality that I am. So I just move the conversation on, right? Because what else can I do? When you're dealing with somebody who's delusional, what else can you do? But I'm definitely not going to be taking advantage of her for money or taking advantage of her for, any other thing. All I would ever try to do is try to get her to reconcile the contradiction so she wasn't delusional anymore. I think that is the best thing I could ever do, right? What else could I do?
Interesting.
Stop being fucking delusional.
Interesting. We are going to move on to something else here in just a sec, but it is all your guys' stories on this. I do kind of think, comparatively speaking, that women have dating and life on easy mode compared to men. Anybody, any bites on that?
I
Agree.
with that.
I totally agree.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's
Yeah.
easy being a girl for the most
It's
part.
really great being a
that's why,
girl.
like, for example, like OF is like such a big thing now because I feel like back then it wasn't, and like now, like when you say like entertainment, like I feel like that's such like a big thing now.
Wait, sorry, OF? What?
Like,
No, I know what it is, but how does that pertain to?
like delusional, like men pay for that too, so it's like
Yeah, they're simps. But I'm curious. It's just like crazy to me because. So going back to you, how much money do you think you've made from that website?
Not a lot. I
Well, you
wouldn't
went
say
on over 100 dates. Your average, your price was $200. 200 times 100 is 20. Is that 20,000? My fucking
That's
math
2,000.
here. No,
Right?
it's,
No, am I wrong? Oh shit.
It's
Am I wrong?
20,000.
Oh yeah, you're right.
20,000.
Oops, I was
2
thinking something
zeros.
else.
20,000.
3 zeros.
Not good.
And it's like, this was over the course of a year? Okay.
That's like
I
below
mean-
poverty. So
Well, yeah, but it wasn't your only source of income.
how do you know that?
Well, maybe it was, but I
You
mean,
said it was like a
Second job.
Yeah.
Contradicting.
It was like a second job.
yeah. So,
I guess.
but what's interesting to me is like, who? Any girls here have adult brothers?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah,
Only child.
that's it.
Wait, adult brothers?
Adult brothers,
Like older brothers?
18 or over.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Come to this.
Like, so your brothers would be kind of like, to some degree, your at least approaching or close to your looks equivalent, right? And it's like the sort of attention that you're going to get from men, it like completely dwarfs the attention that your brothers are going to get from women. That's always an interesting thing to me is like, you can take a girl who like has insane sexual optionality. She can make money through her looks or whatever. And like you look at her brother, who is her genetic counterpart in a male's body, and they are like, can't get a girlfriend. It's crazy. Like you look at, it's just wild to me, kind of the differentials here between men and women, even looking like within their own genetic, genetic similarity when it comes to a brother. So
Do you have a sister?
I do, yeah.
So like, what would you do if like she did that? Like, do you find it harder to date for yourself than it is for your sister?
I mean, me and my sister are very different people. I would suspect, though, for example, if my sister was inclined to have a bunch of casual sex, she could get it way easier than I could
And why do you think that is?
because she's a woman.
Do you think it's just like the womanly part? Do you think it comes with like personality? Do you think your sister is
You-
more like fun than you are?
You
or
think personality has anything to do with a woman's ability to get laid?
yeah, I do think so. I think confidence is a big
No.
one. Personality.
Look,
if
you
you
can-
look like sad and like depressed and like boring, like you probably won't be as approachable as a
Yeah,
girl that's like fun
sure.
and like blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah, that's sure. I mean, a woman who's more approachable and who's got a more positive disposition, I'll grant you that she'll be able to sleep with 10 men in a day instead of 5 men in a day. But it doesn't really, like, you can still get laid very easily as a woman.
Is it because men have like lower standards than women?
That's part of it. Also, men have to be the pursuers, but you think that do you think it'd be pretty equal between men and women when it comes to getting laid?
Getting laid
Yeah, getting laid.
specifically.
Yeah, having.
I don't know, cause like for girls, it's not a thing to like pay for sex, but a guy would pay for sex. Like, let's say if you want to bring up,
Right.
like it's more prone or statistically proven that a man is more likely to pay for prostitution than a female is, right?
Yeah.
Because it says what you're saying, like girls are easier to get laid. Okay, yes, but I wouldn't say that it's dependent on like a male or a female. Like I think that like it's just at this point girls just probably have it a lot easier because like of the things all around. But
Wait, I'm a little confused here. So are you agreeing or disagreeing? When
I
it
totally
comes
said
to-
that I agree. I agree.
Oh,
I agree
okay.
with you 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Men just need to have higher standards, and then women wouldn't.
Wait, no. But if men, hold on. So if men had higher standards, it would be harder for them to get laid.
But you said that you agree with the men having lower standards.
No.
Sure.
Well, the only reason
Men
women
do have-
get laid is because men have lower standards, right?
No, that's not true.
So what are the standards for men if you
It's
like
not
thinking of a
because
realm of
that.
like
Yes,
It's-
it is.
It's not because of that. It is true that men do have lower standards.
Okay.
And it is also true that women have a much easier time getting laid.
But why
it's
do
not
women have an
because-
easier time? Why?
Why?
Because
do-
men want to have sex with them.
Because
But
why?
the thing
they
that's
look
really
good?
funny is like, okay, fair enough. You can say men should raise their standards on women before they have sex with them. I agree. I think that they should. But shouldn't women lower their standards when it comes to marriage and long-term relationships of men so they don't end up to being fucking cat ladies, which so many are ending up being in their 40s or ending up being cat ladies?
What do you think,
I
34-year-old?
love
do you
cats.
think,
I have
Virgin?
2 cats. I love them. What do you have against cat ladies?
We're the only pussy.
Well, seemingly, at least this is the perspective that I see, is that these cat ladies, and I'm guessing that you have multiple cats.
I have 2.
Is that correct?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. What are their
Damn, you fit
names?
that- that's the
what are your cats'
stigma.
names?
My cat's names, Reggie and Wills.
Reggie. So you gave them people names.
I
Gave them
did.
people
Names.
names.
Nice, strong Englishman names.
You didn't even give them animal names. You gave them person names, right? And
did.
so this kind of actually shows the void, right? The void of the idea of no children, so I make these like fur babies and I give them people names and then I anthropomorphize them into people like Disney does with Bambi, right? Now the deer can talk and it's like a person. Women do this all the time, but ultimately they seem to complain incessantly about it by the time they're in their late 30s and 40s when they go, oh shit, I don't have children and can no longer have children. What the do I do? And you know what the answer is?
Play with your
There's nothing
kitty.
you can do. It's done.
Play with your cats.
Play with the
What
Maddie,
is
we
the
got
answer?
to read a